Hello and welcome to all you Aries people out there. This is already the last video of the monthly horoscope for December, in particular for Aries people. Precise, concise, not too long, like true Aries, get to the point. And yes, I do have Aries in my chart as well. Everyone has, but I've got my moon there. So I have a lot of affinity with your sign. Let's get started. This month is really a game changer. It is really full of changes in the energies. And let's start with your ruler Mars. That yes, it has been going direct now in your sign of Aries, but it's gonna bump again for the third and last time into Pluto, the planet of transformation. Now, a square means tension. It means that Mars, which is not only you in your horoscope, but which is also your actions, will have consequences on a Plutonian level. And that is because Mars is in your first house. Pluto is in the highest point of your horoscope, which is your career, if you do have a career. Or if you're saying, I'm 80, Veerle, have got a career, then it is your public life. It is how other people perceive you. How other people perceive you. Now, with this square, it means that you're definitely ready for taking action here. And in December, now that Mars goes direct, and certainly those of you who were born, those Aries people who've got planets between, let's say, 22 up until the end of the sign. So that would be the Aries people who were born let's say around and about the 12th, 13th of April up until, the rest of the month. I mean, up until 21st, something like that of April. Yeah, they will feel it the most. So, but of course, all Aries people will feel that their actions that they're gonna take is going to demand transformation on the level of your public life, your work. So be aware of that. This is not bad energy or good energy. It is what it is. It is frustrating energy in that sense that you could be very fearful of something that you want to do and that has a consequence or consequences for your work. You could be fearful, but when there could be two possibilities. Either you are fearful of doing something, and then my advice would be go for it, even when you have that fear. Because after you've done this, and it has to do with career, it has to do how you profile yourself. It can simply has to do with boundaries, that you're saying no to someone or to a boss. And the consequences of that, you know them, be very aware of them. And can you deal with them? That's basically very important for December time. And you're gonna feel that once you make that change, the transformation and onwards, off you go. You're free again. You are transformed. You're not the same person anymore. If it is something that you're saying, I want to do something, but it has consequences that I really don't want, your desire is a bit of a desire that you could question, then this might be that you have to, that is a transformation, that you have to say, I have to breathe it out, and I have to transform this and put this energy in something else. So that could be the case as well. And then that is your transformation. Whatever it is very interesting for Aries people, considering their work and considering the change. It's like a final call of certainly those of you who need courage and who need to put that last piece of courage there for the big changes that you want to make. This is the energy you want to have. It's a good energy to focus, and it's a good energy to put all your courage there to do something that you really want to do, and you're ready to take the consequences, but you're going through it. You're going through the barrier of fear, so to speak. Now, having said that, there's another thing that is really amazing, and really a lot of astrologers look forward to this, and that's the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in Aquarius. And that is going to be very good for Aries people. Why? because Aquarius, hang on there, I have to cough here. That is so excited here that, mea culpa. But Jupiter and Saturn together in Aquarius at the end of December. So Saturn goes into Aquarius around the 18th and Jupiter around the 20th. Yeah, around that about, and they're gonna conjoin with each other. You know, Jupiter is all about vision and expansion, and Saturn is all about making it real. So it's a practical vision that you're having there. And for you, it's very positive because it sextiles your energy. It goes well with Aries energy. And it's in your 11th house, the house of goals and dreams and wishes and hope. So there's gonna be, you know, with that, you're that kind of Aries who had a rough time, especially at work. There's new hope. There's new goals. It's just a beginning though. It's just a beginning. And but it's a beginning, right? So that is good news for the Aries people who really have a lack of hope, who have a lack of understanding of where they're going. Now with this Jupiter Saturn, they're in Aquarius, and I'm going to talk a lot about that in the upcoming monthlies. It's only the beginning. In your 11th house, also friends, new friendship. There could appear a new friend that's going to be very important for you. That is going to be very important for your future goals. So how good is that? And then we also have, I don't want to make those videos too long, so I'm rushing in like a true Aries, right? People say sometimes that they get nervous about it, but who cares? We are Aries energy. Who cares what other people think, right? I know it's true, it's true. But anyway, unless you have other planets there in the opposite sign like Libra. But anyway, another thing that is very important for you, dear Aries people, is of course the total eclipse. And the total eclipse is again a positive one for you. You are again lucky because it's in a fellow fire sign and it's in Sagittarius. It's the moon and the sun together on the 14th of December with the South Node. So it's about letting go. It's like a new beginning. And that is really happening in the mind of yours. So your vision is changing. So the old narratives, the old paradigm, maybe of thinking a bit too deep and thinking a bit too serious or thinking a bit too negative, it's gone. It's gonna say goodbye and up towards new ways of thinking where the North Node is and in a more practical way. So that is a good vibe for you as well, especially as it trines your Mars, it trines your energy, it trines Mars in Aries. So it means that this putting away of the old vision, so to speak, helps you to get focused and to do what you want to do, to do what you're excited about, that you've been wanting to do for so long. Whether it is starting a new business, whether it is starting a new relationship, whether it is starting a new connection with you, doesn't really matter. You're on there. And so the Saros cycle is also forced out of this eclipse, which has to do with powerful feelings of faith and feelings of powerful emotional feelings. So it's the same energy as that last eclipse in November. That still has to come, by the way. I'm recording a bit earlier here. But so another thing, last but not least, that I want to say. So this eclipse is good for you, in other words. Last but not least, Lilith and Uranus. I never mentioned Lilith. Why? Because it's not that important. It's not even a planet. But when it's so close to Uranus, this Lilith, and it's going to play such an important role next month in January, I have to mention it. Lilith is going to conjoin for the whole month with Uranus. And that means it's like in your second house of self-worth, of money, of... I think it's your values. It is very important for you because this whole Uranus and is about freedom. It's about, I want to free myself up for sure. I'm a bit of a rebel here, but I want to free myself up. And Lilith is all about, I want to be true to myself, and I want to, you know, it's associated with a woman who knows what she wants and who knows her own sexuality, who knows her own desires. And that combination is actually the need to be free and the need to be wild. So for you, that has to do with your self-worth. It has to do with that need to be wild and to be free. It goes well with your energy of Aries, of course, but it has to do with your values. So that is already starting up that feeling, but it's going to be stronger next month, also with Mars, and I'm going to talk about that in the January horoscope. So quite a lot of new stuff here. I want you to enjoy it at the fullest. And overall, of course, these are general horoscopes. Take what resonates with you, of course, but in general, this is not bad for the Aries people at all. This Saturn and Jupiter and whatnot that was all squaring up to your energy, it's done. Next year is going to be way easier for Aries people in general. And you're having a preview. Enjoy this last month of the year. Thank you so much for your time, for your comments and whatnot. You know, I'm very grateful for that, and see you next time. Bye-bye.